Hello, everyone. Hi, hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good day. Please say hi when you. Oh, hi, Beck. How are you, my friend? How are you? Hi, Maggie. Hi, Tilly. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining and welcome to Unique in the Creek. I hope you are all doing well today. Um, I am going to be doing kit number 209. Okay, it has been done. Lori did it last week, I think, and all the Team Unique designers will be doing their version of this kit. And today it's my turn to do it. Okay, so as of today, March 13th, this kit is still available. If you're watching this in the future land, uh, the kit may not be available. Okay, but I have listed in the supply list in the description box the SKU numbers for all the items that were in this kit. So if you cannot get the kit, you can build the kit or you can build it differently. This just gives you an idea of how to create a beautiful everyday wreath with very um, basic items like a sign, a bit of floral, ribbons, mesh, and your board. Okay. So I hope you enjoy and thank you so much to everyone for joining me. If I did not mention your name, I'm so sorry. I may have missed the comments. Sometimes I don't see them, but welcome, welcome. If you do not know who I am, my name is Judy or Sugi, whichever you prefer. And I am a designer on Team Unique with Unique in the Creek. So welcome and thank you again for joining me. Again, the items and the description box in the description box are all listed, as well as my affiliate link if you enjoy my lives. Or if you even just want to support Unique in the Creek, if you could use or consider using the code Judy, Judy, at checkout. It helps me tremendously. That is my affiliate link to uniqueinthecreek.com. I appreciate your support. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to bring you down to the board. I'm going to show you everything that's in this beautiful, oops, sorry, I just got stuck on some cords. This beautiful everyday wreath kit. Okay, hi, everybody. Let me see. How is that? I think you're pretty straight. Maybe just a little bit off. Hang on a second. How is that, my friends? Hi, Rebecca, Teresa, Betty, Margaret, Tina. Hello, everybody. Lynn, welcome. Okay, my friends. So today, this beautiful kit, actually, I'm still crooked, and that makes me absolutely crazy. There we go. Does that look okay? Lynn, my friend, how is it? How is that lighting in the view? Okay. All right, so here we go. Today, kit number 209 comes all packaged up in a nice big bag with everything nice and neatly packed. Okay, and in this kit comes the poly mesh, the jute poly mesh, okay? It comes with a ring board, okay, like this. It comes with a pack of gray 6-inch zip ties. All right, I have not opened this because I have lots of zip ties here, so I just use what I already had opened. Okay, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. Thank you, Elaine. So these are your zip ties. It comes with pipe cleaners and cable mounts, which I've already, again, had my own from Unique in the Creek. I already did my sign, so it would be prepped for today. I will show you how I did that. And if you do not have a cutting surface or measuring tape, Lori is brilliant at doing a kit that all you need is a pair of scissors. This is a slightly tacky measuring tape. You just put it on your work table or your dining room table, kitchen counter, wherever, so you can cut your mesh and your ribbons. It's got the measure up to 24 inches. It's very handy to have. And then when you're done, you just pull it off. No residue, no sticky, nothing. Okay. So that's also in here with a little card. If you scan the code, the QR code, it takes you right over to the Unique in the Creek page with hundreds and hundreds of free tutorials. Okay. Hi, Mary. Thanks for joining. So that's also in the kit. Zip ties are in the kit. This kit is a ring board. So obviously this is in the kit. A roll of poly jute mesh. 2 of these floral sprays, which I've already broken apart one, and I'm going to show you how I did that with this second one. So you get 2 of these gorgeous sprays, 2, okay? It comes with 3 ribbons. It comes with a gorgeous Harlequin glittered black and white, 2.5 inch. Nope, sorry, it's 2 inch. This is a 2-inch ribbon. A 1.5 beautiful green vine ribbon, and this really super cool 5/8 ribbon. Okay, I will pull them out in a little bit and show you, but those are the 3 ribbons, the ring board, the florals, and of course, the focal point of this wreath is this beautiful home, everyday home sign. I love this sign. I love the fact that this O is done in like a green wreath. I love that. I love black and white. I think black and white, this could go out all year, to be honest, except, you know, obviously Christmas. Everyone changes their wreaths for Christmas. But this is a beautiful everyday sign that you could make, create proudly on your door all through fall. Okay, so let's get started. This is the sign. Now, it comes with a little rope on it. I am going to cut that off because I will not use that. But if you wanted to, all you do is on top of your mesh, when you're done, you take a zip tie, you put it wherever you like, and you hang it from that rope, okay? I am not doing that. Hi, Penny. Hi, Teresa. I am going to cut that rope off, get it out of our ray. And what I did with the 2 cable mounts and the 2 zip ties that came in the kit, like I said, I already had these. I did it last night, so this would be dry for today. You take the cable mount. Oh, dang, I have to change that pipe cleaner. I must have accidentally cut that off somehow. Okay, let's get rid of that. I will show you what I did then. So you take the pipe cleaner, if you're new. Now, these cable mounts are brilliant because Lori sells them without the sticky. Okay, because if you know anything about signs, with the sticky, if you're out in the summer, the sticky falls off and your sign will fall off. So we always take the sticky off, but this saves us a step, right? Saves our hands from having to peel off that sticky. So what you do is I use a little dab of E6000. I buy them in small tubes because my hands, I'm not strong enough to use the big tubes. But I buy these little small tubes. They come in a pack of 4 little tubes of E6000. I put a little dab on the board or my sign. I take my hot glue and I over it. I zap it on top. I press it down with some needle nose pliers or scissors so you don't burn your fingers. I hold it there for like a minute, and the next day it's all ready to go. Yes, Margaret, this is a very classy black and white kit. Hi, Tina Kelly. So that's how I do the cable mounts, okay? Now, for some reason, I somehow cut this zip tie. I'm not sure how I did that, so let's figure this out. Because I had put the pipe cleaners on when it was kind of glued, there we go. Let's put a new one in there. Okay, so you just put it through the hole like that. You take it up and you give it a twist or two and you're all good. Okay, so that's how I do the sign with the cable mounts and the pipe cleaners that come in the kit. I'm going to put that aside. Now this is the ring board. Okay, I'm going to show you how I loaded the ring board. If you are new to Unique in the Creek, you don't know how to use the boards or cable or zip ties. It comes with a pack of zip ties. Hi, Lisa. So the flat side is always going to be up. So whenever you load your board, I like to load from the back like that. I find it easier. Some people will load from the front and you just put it into the hole. See, I have trouble doing that. So I go from the back. I just go from the back, put the zip tie in like that, like that, like that, all the way around. For this design, I'm doing up, down, so forth, all the way around the board, which means I'm going to start from this hole to this hole on this row. And then on this row, I'm going to go this hole to this row. So I say outside, which are these two, and inside, which are these two. Okay, hope that makes sense if you are new to the boards. Hi, Deanna. Okay, so that's how I load the board. Okay, that is just a sample because I have already started this wreath because it would take me forever to get it done. I'm not the fastest wreath maker, that's for sure. Okay, so the jute poly mesh. Beautiful, natural jute poly mesh in this color goes with any wreath. If you are indecisive, if you are making a wreath with your own supplies, hi, Diane, and you are stumped as to what color to use on your wreath, a natural jute or natural whatever mesh is a really good choice. Okay, you can't really go wrong with this mesh. Now, this poly jute mesh, I cut 16 pieces, and I cut them around 21 inches because we all know, if you are a wreath maker, that sometimes you get shorted on your mesh. Okay, so if you divide 16 into 360 inches, which is in a 10-yard roll, you would get, I think it's 22.5, but I cut at 21 inches, and this is how much I had left. Okay, now I did not wood burn this mesh. Okay, because two reasons. I don't like wood burning, and the other reason is you can't wood burn jute. Now for me, a rotary cutter is quite hard for me because I have, if you don't know, I have really bad hands and wrists. I get shots, which is what this bruise is from. I get shots in my hands every few months in a couple different places, but I really have trouble with that pushing down and holding sort of thing. So the less I have to use something that hurts my hand, I will do that. Now, Lori had these, I think she has these electric scissors in her shop. If you go to uniqueinthecreek.com under Lori's favorite tools, I'm pretty sure she has a link. But if not, this is on Amazon. She used it a few years ago. I thought it was brilliant. Of course, I forgot I had it. Then she pulled it out again recently, and I thought, oh my God, that'll save my hands from doing this cutting motion. Like anything with this cutting motion kills my hands. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you what this does. This is just the leftover that I had. I will show you how quick it is. Don't put your hands here, okay, because you're going to cut your thumb off. No kidding. This sucker's sharp. I apologize. It's pretty loud, but just as look how quick this is. You just squeeze this little trigger. Hello, is that not great? And yes, the mesh will probably fray. All mesh frays, but look, that's a pretty clean cut, right? And I like it better than having to do a rotary cutter because I press down. That also hurts my hands. Whatever's easier for you. Some people like, you know, using scissors, and that's also fine. Okay, but that's another option of how to cut your mesh. So this is a beautiful burlap jute, and the reason it's a great mesh because it's a beautiful color. However, this mesh does not fray. It has little fibers, okay, little fibers. So it does lint a little bit. So that's one problem with that mesh, but that's okay. It's worth it in the long run. Hi, Amy. How are you, my friend? Carol, thank you for asking. It's sore. Yep, it's sore. Oh, Rebecca, but thank you, Carol, for asking. Rebecca uses the electric cutter for your RA. Yes. Yeah. I know. It's a great tool, okay? If you have trouble with your hands, it's a great tool. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, so Amazon or go to uniqueinthecreek.com. Lori will have her link there, I think, and her favorite tools. Hi, Carrie Marie. Thank you for joining. Okay, so this is how I started the wreath. Those were all the supplies that came with the wreath, okay? This is what we're going to do. Look how pretty, right? Y'all know me. I like my rose. I like my wreaths full and fluffy, okay? I like that. Oh, Amy, you're going to have to FaceTime me and show me everything you ordered. I would love to see it. We have to chat, my friend. So this is how I'm doing this kit, and I'm going to show you how I did it, okay? But first, let's get everything prepped. Now, for the ribbons, I decided to do something a little bit different. It's going to look a little bit different on the wreath, okay? I'll show you here if you can see. See this little center loop? So I did the two 14-inch ribbons here. I did this little thing here. So every little I'm doing it 8 times. Every other outside hole is going to get the ribbons, and that's how I'm going to do it. Okay. And then on the inside, all the inside, which is 8, is going to get the florals. Sorry, I think I just confused myself. Okay, so 14 inches on, oh, and I didn't dovetail this. Hold on, please. I'm not sure what I was doing yesterday. Obviously, wasn't paying attention is what I wasn't doing. Okay, so the 2-inch and the 4, okay, wait a minute. No, that is totally not the piece of mesh I wanted. Let me see here. I need another roll of this, or another piece of this. I'm not sure where that came from. Now, I did have a roll of this already open, so I did use that to make a lot of this. So this is an actual full roll, okay? So 14 inches, you just take your scissors, cut your 14 inches, fold your dovetail. Now, if you are new to wreath making and I'm going too fast, which is probably unlikely because I'm not very fast, LOL. But if you need to know, again, how to load a board or cut your dovetails, please let me know, and I'd be more than happy to stop and show you that, okay? Yeah, Amy, the loop is pretty cute. Okay, so then I'm going to take 20 inches. Okay, well, that's not 20 inches either. Oh, I know what that was from. I was trying to figure out the lengths, and I decided 20 inches was best. Okay, so 20 inches. So I'm going to go to 30 since it's closer to me. I'm going to go to 10 and just cut it off. Okay, I'm going to fold that in half, and I'm going to take it down, and I'm going to pinch at 3.5 inches. So this is at the 10-inch mark, if you can see that. 10 inches, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 is here. I'm going to pinch it right there, 3.5 inches. Okay, and that's how I'm going to do it. And then I'm just going to push that down, and I'm going to clip it to get it ready for the zip ties. Okay, so we need 5 more of those, so those are done. Okay, so the ribbon tails are done. Again, 14 inches for the 2-inch and the 1.5 inch, and then 20 inches for the 5/8 black weave. As I mentioned earlier, this does come with 2 floral stems. We all know and love these stems. And if you look, you can divide it just in 3, okay, and use just, my little beads fell off. You can just use 3 pieces, but I want 8 pieces, so I need to break them down, right, because I have 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, they pull off actually pretty easy, okay? And then I'm going to cut this one. Oh, okay, oh, that was a little bit easier than normal because I have trouble with those, but. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is actually break them all apart. Okay, some people just, you know, break it into 4 and call it a day, but you see when you break it apart, this one has a lot of flowers, this one has none. Just like the 3 little pigs, right? That's saying, you know, one had so much, one had, and the other one had none, or I can't even remember how it goes. Anyway, so we're going to divide it into items. So there's this, this, this. I think there's always more of these, but it's okay. We will use all of it. Okay. Now this twig thing, I love these twig things. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it on this wreath. I might just put them in randomly after I get the wreath made up. So we'll put that aside for now. Any questions? This is kind of the boring part, watching people, you know, do this. But if you've never seen these picks or used them, you can save yourself a bit of money by breaking up your picks and making your own. Carrie Marie's here, and she makes the best picks. She is the queen of making the picks, for sure. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I need 4, okay? I have, let me see here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 done, and I have 8 spots, so I need 4. So we're going to divide this. Now I have 2 extra. We'll see how that goes. Now these aren't obviously going to be exact or exactly alike because we don't have the exact things for everything, right? But we just kind of want to give it a little bit of uniformity. Okay. This one looks like it's going to have more flowers. That's okay. So we'll give this one some of this, and we'll give this one some of this. See, you just kind of want to make it so they're relatively even in size, I guess, if that makes sense. This is kit number 209, Amy. It is still available as of today. It's nice where you are, Mary. You know what? We got snow. Good afternoon, Karen. It was so nice a few days ago. We had the windows open here, and then overnight it snowed, and it's still snowing. It's quite chilly again. Where are you, Mary? I envy you wherever you are. You lucky gal. Okay, so I think we'll do it that way. Let me see here just before I get mixed up here. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I need 8. Okay. So what I'm going to do, now you have a lot of zip ties, okay? A lot of zip ties come with the kit. These are pretty long. These ones here, I don't want them that long. So I'm going to probably cut some of that off. This one's short, but I want to meet up a little bit higher. So I'm going to put that right about there. I know these last 2 leaves I don't want. I'm going to put the flowers on top so you can see them. Actually, I'm going to put those on first. And the Evafoam, this is Evafoam, greenery. And then I'm going to put, obviously, if I put this down here, you can't see it as well. So I'm just going to tuck it up a little bit higher like that. I'm going to zip tie everything with the gray zip ties that come in the kit. Like this. Hi, Diana. Oh, Chicago, and it's nice. Oh, lucky. Lucky, lucky. We're hoping this will be the last of the winter. Oh, you getting a blizzard tomorrow, Lynn? You're in the Dakotas, right? So now we're going to cut this off. And this is, oh, sorry, this is too long. I want to cut it to about 1.5 inches, okay? Kind of like that. And we're just going to do that 4 more times. This one has this spiky thing here, or this ferny thing. Oh, you ordered this kit? Oh, yay. Lori did this kit last week too, Amy, if you want to see a different version. We're very similar, our kit though. Well, obviously the ingredients are the same. Okay, so I'm going to put that a little bit higher. I'm going to put that in the back. Now, obviously this isn't going to stay flat like this. You need to fluff your things up, your bundles up when we put them in the wreath. I will show you how to do that. See if I can get this zip tied with one hand. It's always hard, right? Any questions? 10 degrees. Oh, you're in the Maritimes. Nicer. Nicer than us. I'm in Alberta, hey, Diane? Oh, that was tough. Yeah, I thought south. Yeah, I was pretty sure south. Okay, so that's another one. Now this one's got, oh, I forgot the berries in this one. That's okay. Let's put it on this one. That's okay. I'm just going to put another zip tie around there. It doesn't hurt. You've got lots of zip ties, so don't worry. I'm not sure why I forgot that berry on that one. Don't you have 3 berries? I guess so. That's okay. Sorry, I just have to, okay, there we go. Glasses would help. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Okay, and again, we'll fluff these up when we put them on the wreath. Let's get this over here. Do y'all make your own picks? Or do you like to just buy them already done up for you? It's more cost effective if you do your own. Like you separate it like this and do your own. Because you get a little bit more bang, right? There, so that'll look good. Take another zip tie. 80 in North Texas. Oh, Charlotte. Although I hear your summers in Texas are brutal, hey? I like hot, but I don't like so hot that I can't go outside without dying, you know? Oh my God, I have 2 more of those. I forgot. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, those all have that. So I'll just put 1 extra in here and maybe just pop that in the bowl or something. We'll figure that out. But I do love these floral picks because they're very, first of all, they're very versatile. They look good in anything. And they come in a whole bunch of different colors. Right? Like a ton of colors. I can't even tell you how many. But I probably have all of them. Because I love this pick. I love florals. Oh, yes, Amy. It's easy, right? You just separate it and then divide it however you want. And like I said, if you want to know how to do really nice picks, watch Carrie Marie because she makes beautiful picks. Now, I'm in Canada, So we don't have a lot. So we kind of have to make our own picks. So thank goodness for Lori, because she saves us. Okay, so again, it's a little messy. It's okay. We'll just scoop this up before we get started. Clean up a little bit. There we go. My little plastic bucket that I keep on my table. Okay, there we go. Now, we're ready to go. Okay. Still no sound? Can you hear me? Still no sound? Lost sound. Okay. Oh, can you hear me now? Oh, you can hear me now. Okay. I apologize. I'm not sure what happened. My mic just went off. I don't know if that was a computer glitch or anything, but I'm back. You can see me and you can hear me. Perfect. Thank you, Amy, Beck, Marie, Linda. Perfect. Okay, let's get started now. I apologize for that. Again, I don't know what happens when that happens. I'm not very techie, so we're back. As long as we're back and I didn't lose you, thanks for coming back or staying with me. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Every other outside tube and every other inside tube. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. Now, I've done a few already. Look how pretty, nice and full. Okay, so what we're just going to do is we're going to the next set of holes is an outside two. Now the outside two is getting ribbon tails and the inside two are getting the florals. Okay, so this one's an outside, so we need a piece of mesh. I did roll quite a few, but I'll show you how I did it. The 21-inch piece of mesh. Okay, I do my basic. It's like a woodland ruffle, but it's not like 36-inch woodland ruffle, and I don't do my rolls that big. I literally just tuck that in so it's, you can't hear it. All good. Thank you, everyone. And then I'm just going to pinch it. I'm going to clip it. I'm going to flip it, and then I'm just going to do the same thing on this end. Just going to roll it in a little bit just to hide that. Okay. Yeah, picture and sound all good. Thank you very much. Again, I apologize. I'm not sure what happens when that happens. Okay, and then I'm just going to roll up that center of that mesh piece. So this is what it's going to look like. Okay, that's the bottom. So if you want to do roll down, this is how you would do it. I am going to do roll up today, though. And we're going to attach one of these, okay, to every set of outside holes. So we're going to put our mesh in. I'm going to show you two ways to do this, okay? So if you want to use one zip tie, you just push your mesh in and push on that center. You're going to take your little bundle of ribbons, okay? You're going to make sure you wrap that zip tie around the center of your ribbon pack. Sorry, you probably can't see me very well. Okay. Now, before you tighten that zip tie completely, you want to make sure your tails are relatively even and your mesh is nice, okay? Nice and even here. Then you're going to push on the center of that mesh with your fingers and pull on that zip tie until it's really tight. Okay. And then I'm going to cut my zip ties as I go because it gets so full it's hard to find. So this is what you have, okay? So this is your ribbon packet. Now that loop in the middle, you're going to just expand it up. You're going to take one of these ends, whichever actually moves easier, it really does not matter. And you're just going to separate your ribbons a little bit. Now, I'm not going to do a huge bang up job on these ribbon tails yet because, we're going to have to go back and fix it. Okay, but that's how you do it. Right? Thank you, Ruthie. So that's how we're going to do the ribbons. Okay, just a little accent in the middle with that beautiful 5/8 black weave with this beautiful 1.5-inch vine and this 2-inch harlequin black and white glitter. Okay, so that's how we're going to do the outside holes. Every set. On the inside, we are going to do the mesh, which again, I've rolled up many of them. We're going to put the mesh in. And I'm going to show you how to do it with 2 zip ties. I often like doing it with 2 zip ties because it helps my hands. So you're just going to wrap that around your mesh. Make sure your edges are even. And you're just going to zip it up. And you're going to take another one of your very many zip ties that you're going to have. Don't worry, you are not going to run out making this wreath. You're going to go over the holes. Sorry, got stuck. The exact same holes. Okay, the exact same holes that you had your mesh in, just like that. You're going to go over it just like that. Okay, this time, however, we're going to do the floral packs. Now, let me see what floral packs I have. So this one has this, so I don't want this down here. So I probably want this somewhere up here to make it kind of even, okay? Now, you see this zip tie here? When I put it in here, I want that zip tie that I'm going to zip it. I want it above the zip tie that I did my packs. The reasoning is if you put your zip tie on the board or above this, if somebody pulls on your zip tie, this acts as a stopper. It's not going to come out. Now, obviously, I don't want my florals going that way. I need them to go this way. So I'm going to gently bend this a bit. Now, these are all bendable, so I'll show you. You're going to bend this a little bit. This little thing, you're going to make like a little hook, sort of. You're going to come around. Okay, and like I said, you're going to, can you see that? I hope you can see that. You're going to take this zip tie and put it over above this zip tie and zip it up. Because if somebody pulls this out, you see, this acts as a stopper, this one that we originally put on, it's not going to come out. Now, if you want, you can put a dab of glue on there, but I don't. I'm not going to. I often do glue in my pieces of florals, but this is a bundle pick that I made, so I'm not going to have to do that. So you see, you just pull it up, and you're not going to, don't worry about these zip ties. You're not going to see them after it's all said and done. You see, you can't see those, right? It's going to be too full. So what you do is you just pull your pieces out, and again, we'll probably have to go through this a little bit later, fluff it up again. But you see that? And you don't want it flat, okay? You want it up. At least I like it up. I like the fullness of the florals. Okay? Sorry, this ribbon tail got flattened. Let's see. So that's how you're going to do it. You're going to have to jimmy these sometimes, okay? Like that. And we're just going to continue on. Again, I have these rolled. This is the outside set, so I'm going to need a set of ribbons. You just have to kind of fight with the mesh a little bit, okay? Because it does get pretty full in there. Take your ribbon tails, zip it up till you hear that little click. Then move your mesh around and your ribbons. Make sure that they're even, okay, before you push down on that center to get that mesh in there. Bring out your tails like that. Sometimes it's not as easy. There we go. And we're going to zip tie that up. Okay. We'll go around after and we'll fiddle up. Oopsie. We'll fiddle with those ribbon tails in a bit. Next one, inside two. Just gets mesh and the florals, okay? So this one, because of the florals, it's a little bit harder to put in. I'm going to use 2 zip ties on these ones so I can hook those greens in there properly. Makes it easier, okay, if I don't have to worry about the mesh at the same time. Thank you, Amy. Yes, it's beautiful. You're going to love it. Okay, is there any questions? Okay, so we're going to take another floral pack, bend it up a little bit. Make sure that that zip tie goes above that zip tie that's on the bundle. Zip it up and pull it forward. You need a little muscles for that, but nothing major. Now, if these are too long, once you get it in the wreath, you can just go in and snip them off. If you think you're going to see those, you can just take it and zip it off. Okay. Push everything forward. Perfect. This one's a mesh with a ribbon tail. Are you all crafting today? Or are you out doing something else? It's miserable here, so I'm glad I'm crafting today. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to get a decent picture today because of the weather. I might brave it and go out there and see if I can. Thank you, Lynn. Actually, I'm just going to bring these up here. Sorry, there we go. This one is the floral, so I'm going to do it 2 zip ties. You're at work, Rebecca? We won't tell anyone. Shh. Rebecca's at work. Well, thank you. I appreciate you joining. You're crafting after work, yeah. Wood burning mesh. Okie dokie. That's great. You must have projects in mind. Yes, Amy, you have to try and craft. You've got all those kits now. You must craft. You must. Okay. This one is a, let me see here. What do we got? I'll get this one. Actually, I'm going to cut these off too because I know they're a bit too long. Lori has so many beautiful kits and she makes it so easy, right? All you need is a pair of scissors, seriously. That's all you need is a good pair of scissors. I mean, if you have needle nose pliers, it helps because you don't have to, you can pull on those zip ties a little bit easier with needle nose, right? But obviously the tools that I'm using are all extra tools, like my zip tie tool cutter, you know, things like that, clips. I mean, but they're not necessary. You can still make a beautiful wreath without that. Okay. So if you are new to Unique in the Creek or new to wreathing, these kits are a bargain, number one. They're super inexpensive for what you get. Very reasonably priced and all good quality supplies. I'm sure there's a lot of ladies on here that can attest to that. We're all Creekers, right? Oh, you're having a late lunch. Oh, thanks, Ruthie. I appreciate that. That you can do that and join me. Okay, this is a green. Let's see, 2 more greens, 2 more meshes. Okay. See how nice and full this is, though? Even at 20, 21, 22 inches, whatever you cut yours at. I mean, I will admit, I'm not an exact cutter. If I'm between 20 and 22 inches, I just cut it. I know that's a terrible thing to say, but I'm not one that has to be exactly on the nose. I mean, if I'm making flower petals, yes. If I'm making flower petals, you must be exact on your cutting because otherwise it doesn't work out. But on these deco mesh wreaths, you do not have to worry about a 1/2 inch or even an inch or 2. You're not going to notice it. Okay, there's no way you would notice it unless you cut one at 22 and one at 10. Then yes, you are going to notice it. But if you cut between 20 and 22, you're not going to notice. You won't notice. I promise you, you won't notice. Okay, so this one goes here. Okay. And again, this is kit number 209. And yes, thank you, Tina. New kits drops on Saturday. New kits drop. So if you are having some things in your cart and you wanted to wait a few days, you can wait till Saturday. There'll be more kits coming out. Beautiful spring kits. So have fun shopping. There's always new things coming into uniqueinthecreek.com every week. So you just have to be like me and go in there every day and look. It's an addiction. We all know. We all love craft supplies, right? I don't know what it is. They're just all so pretty. Okay, so this is ribbon tails. The last set of ribbon tails, okay? And the new designs are so pretty. You're going to love them. I promise you're going to love them. Okay, last one, okay? So I left one to roll. 21 inches, poly jute mesh, or no, what's it called? Jute poly mesh. Roll a little bit to hide the edge. I clip it so it's easier for me. So I go to the other end, and I just ruffle up the center. We're not talking cows. I'm not talking about udders. Okay, so this is where the last set of florals are going to go in. Now, this is a fight, okay? Use your elbows, use your forearms, get your mesh in there. Best as you can. Try to make it as even as you can. Okay. And put your last zip tie in here. Where is, oh, I put it in backwards. Remember, flat goes up. I did it opposite. That's not going to work. That's okay. We'll just pull it back out and put it back in. Okay, the perfect. Last florals, okay? Last florals. So those two bunches of florals that came in the kit, we separated them out and we made our own picks. Okay, so instead of 3 that you could tear that pick apart, we made 8. 8 picks. Now you can do your picks however you want. You can put your florals wherever you want. It really does not matter. You wreath however you like. These that other end, yes. Are you still here? It looks like my sound went out again. Thumbs up if you can hear me, please. Anybody hear me? Thumbs up? Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep going then. I'm just going to clean up here a little bit because I have a lot of stuff around here. Let me just get this out of the way. I apologize today, my friends. I don't know what's happening with the sound. It might be my computer, my laptop connection. I can. Perfect. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to go through here. But you see what I mean? You just will not see the stuff that's in there. Once you fluff everything up, we're going to go around. You're going to take one of those black 5/8 little tails, and you're going to put them however you want, okay? There's no rhyme or reason of how these tails are going to look. They can be on top of each other. This one's kind of whimsy-ish looking. I'm not going to worry too much about, you know, the 1.5 has to be over the 2 or, you know, next to the 1, you know, whatever. I'm just going to fluff them up. Hopefully they stay where I put them. Chances are they won't, but I think it'll look good any way you do it. Okay, so make sure you fluff up those greens. You never want your greens looking flat, okay? You want them to have life you know. Don't forget, we still have the sign to put on. So that might change the way you fluff up your greens. Okay, so just go through, get your ribbons and your tails sort of sorted. Sort of sorted. Yeah, okay. Sort of. Get your greens. Cut off any frays that you happen to see. Don't stress about it. You wish you had a little. Now back. Back, my friend. You beautiful. Okay, so here we go. Almost fluffed. Unfluffed. Fluffed. Yes, fluffed, not unfluffed. We're fluffing. We're not unfluffing. Fluffer. Fluff it. You know, I call my little puppy, my little Coco. She turned 8 yesterday. 8 years old. Makes me sad. I call her Fluffer Nugget. Call her Cocoa Bean, Cocoa Puff. Whenever I think of Fluffy, I think of her. She's very fluffy. Unless she came back from the groomers recently, then she's not as fluffy, but she's so cute. Okay, so there we go. So big, hard to see it all. But my friends, we're going to make a sign and we're going to make a bow. Now listen, here you go. Oh, hi, Teresa. No problem. Thanks for joining. You could put a sign on here. And honestly, you don't really need anything else. You could put the sign in the middle, hang it up, and call it a day, right? But you know me, nay. We're going to do something. Now, I think, sorry, I just have to spin this around a little bit. First of all, let's find the top of the board. Okay, the top of the board is, oh, it's way over here. Okay. Now, I use a little bit longer zip ties. You can use a pipe cleaner that came in the kit if you need to. Or you can use the smaller zip tie. I just use the longer zip ties that I have here, but you can use whatever you like. You can use twine, rope, zip ties, pipe cleaners, whatever you have, okay? See, this one won't zip for me. Oh, I think it's broken. Okay, so this one, if you don't hear that zip sound, my friends, it's not going to work. Let's see. There we go. I heard that. And I'm just going to cut off the end there. Okay, so this is the top of the board. In fact, I'm going to put this right here, so I know, right here. Right here, so I know that's the top of the board. So when I look at my board, or my wreath, I think I'm going to put, I should have thought of this before. I always do that. I forget. I could have just not put this. I might cut this greenery out and put it in the bow if we can't see it. But let's see. If I put it there and the bow here, or I could put it down here like on an angle and make a big bow here and let the tails hang. But then I worry that you're not going to see this beautiful sign. Okay? Because this sign is gorgeous. I think I'm going to do up here and a fluffy bow. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of that? There and a fluffy bow. Should we try it? Okay, well, let's make the bow and then we'll see how that goes. So let's make a bow with these ribbons. Get my bow maker down here. Sorry, I just have to get my little ladybug out. I've got to pick up these little pieces of things on my table. Sorry. It gets all over the place and it drives me absolutely crazy. So this little ladybug was available from Amazon. I think it's adorable. And she comes in really handy because she, you know, I also have a little hand vac over there, but that little ladybug works great for, you know, little things that you need to get up. Okay, so let's do this 2-inch ribbon. Judy, when you put your greenery in, do you put it in the zip tie slanted? No, I put the, I wrapped the zip tie around the bundle straight this way, and then I bend the, like I would put the zip tie around it, and then I just would bend this end. Let's see if I can, like just bend it like a hook. Obviously this is bigger, but then you would just bend it like a hook and zip tie it into the board there, and then cut this excess if it's too long. Is that what you're asking me, Rebecca? I hope that's what you're asking me. But then when I put the greenery in, because it was going the wrong way, I had to bend it and move it, right? Okay, so then, since I don't know where it's going yet, I'm going to do about a 12-inch tail. About 10, yeah, about 12 inches. Again, I'm not really exact on that anyway. Did that make sense, Rebecca? Okay, perfect. A lot of times, Rebecca, too, I don't make picks. I glue things into my wreath, but it's also, it is nice not to have to use glue, right? Because then you don't have to worry about anything falling off. I'm going to make about a 6.5-inch loop, and I'm going to do a little bit different bow today, my friends. I'm going to do a 2-loop, 1 loop. So 2 loops on each side, or on one side, 1 loop on the other, then I'm going to flip it around. I know there is a name for that loop or that bow. If anyone can help me with that, that'd be great. I can't remember who created it. I do know somebody created it. Perfect. Thanks, Rebecca. Does anyone know who created this wreath, this bow? Well, I know I created the wreath, but the bow style I'm using, I know somebody did. I just don't remember who it was. Okay, so we're going to do 2 loops on this side. This is beautiful ribbon. Tina, do you know what the name of it is called? You know, because I always do my own style of bow. But, you know, we're going to do something different today. Because why not? I have a feeling it's called the Terry bow. Was it the funky bow? Okay, so then you're going to put 1 loop down, 1 loop up. I use an uptail and this way. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do, geez, though, you know, I might have to, there's only 3 ribbons here. I'm not used to doing bows with just 3 ribbons. Might have to rethink this. Yeah, I might have to, well, we'll figure it out. Again, if I don't like the bow, I just make another one. So this one's going to be about 6 inches, a little bit shy, a little bit smaller than the other one, okay? Now this one's going to have 2 loops, and this side's going to have 1 loop. So about 6 inches. This is pretty ribbon too. Yeah, I have no idea either, Teresa. I just know I wanted to do a different bow. I'm not sure if this is going to be a, geez, this looks so tiny compared to my bows, right? Okay. I might actually, geez, I maybe should have made smaller loops. Sorry, I'm just thinking if I want to add another. I'm going to add another. I'm going to add another section. I'm going to do this again. I'm just not used to small bows, so I'm going to do this one loop. Hang on a second. 2 loop. Yep. 2 loop. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm going to do, Tina, because you know me. I can't do small bows. Nay, nay. Great minds think alike, my friend, eh? I think this is... Make this a little bit smaller. Sorry, I got tangled. I'm getting tangled up here. Boy, this vine ribbon is pretty though. And I love sage colors. The sage greens, olive greens, whatever you call it. I love that color. Okay, so that's a big enough bow for me now. I'm happy. Okay. We will adjust these loops. We're probably going to have to adjust them again anyway. Okay. Then we're going to go back in with this one. Make that a little bit longer. A little bit smaller. Like that. Oopsie. Yeah, the ribbons are beautiful. Oh, thank you. Okay. Let's see if that works. Cut that off. I'm not sure where I cut that off. That's okay. I love this weave ribbon. It's pretty, hey? Okay, so that's what we have. Yep, I like it. I like it way better with more going back in again. This last ribbon, this one, yeah, that weave ribbon is very pretty. I mean, I use quite a bit of it in this wreath, but you know, it makes a great little loop, center loop or anything like that, right? It's really pretty. I have this in white as well. So I use the white frequently. Oh, the sage, this one? Yeah. The vine. I think it's called vine ribbon. I'm not sure. I have everything listed with SKUs in the description box. Now, my friends, I know it came with zip ties or pipe cleaners. We used 2 on the sign. I'm not sure. I think I might have lost one, like lost a pipe cleaner, because she usually gives you another pipe cleaner for your bow. But you could use zip ties if you made a smaller bow. I cannot use that 6-inch zip tie on here because it won't hold it. So I've got a 12-inch zip tie, or 10-inch if you have one. I'm going to thread it through the center like that on my bow maker. Now, again, I make bows a little bit different than some, you know, I mean, some people, you know, you kind of find, I don't know. I make bows and I usually like my bows now, but when I started, I had trouble doing bows the way other people did bows. And then you find your way to do it. You think, oh, that makes sense, or, oh, I like that better, whatever. Okay. So you do them how you like them and what is ever easier for you. Now I use a zip tie in the middle, and then I'm going to put a pipe cleaner because my hands are really weak. Okay. Now in this one, I am going to use, sorry, I just have to grab it. Unique in the Creek in the shop has these 20-inch long zipped pipe cleaners. I'm going to use one. Oh, sorry. I should have gotten black. Do I have black? Yep, I do. Hold, please. So sorry. Sorry. Okay, so again, 20-inch long zip tie pipe cleaners. And if you don't have these ones, you can take two and you can zip tie them together in the middle and put them in. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and I'm going to push on that center because you got to keep your stack, right? You have to keep your stack, which sometimes is hard. Okay, get that zip tie, keep your stack like that. I'm going to tip this upside down a little bit, still holding that stack. I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, try to get it under that zip tie. Sometimes this is like doing gymnastics or something, you know, it's very precise. You have to keep that stack. If you don't keep that stack, my friends, your bow is going to look wonky. Now I do it pretty tight. I don't do it loose and then cut it off to do my loops. I just tighten it and then I do my loops, whichever works better for you. Okay, so here's the whatever bow I made. I'm going to take that center one for sure. And you're going to pull your tails down, which is what I do first anyway. Pull those long tails in the front. Okay, and you can pull on those now because you can pull on that ribbon now because you've got a zip tie and a pipe cleaner there. Might feel like it's coming out a little bit, but it won't. Unless you didn't grab all your ribbons, which I've done in that zip tie. I have sometimes not got the ribbon, and when I pull on the loops, obviously it comes apart. Yes, we don't want Judy to blow her stack. Right? Because that would be just craziness. Actually, it doesn't happen very often. I'm a worrier. That's my thing. I worry about everything. Okay, my friends, there's the bow. I think it looks pretty, right? Let's see what we got here. Now, again, like I said, we could put it on the bottom, put the bow up top, somewhere like here. Get these, well, obviously, that's not going to go there. I'm going to have to, you know, so that's the bow on the top, okay? Something like that. Okay, we'll adjust the tail so it's not hiding the sign. Or we can put the sign up top and the bow on the bottom. Oops, this way. Nope. Sorry, this way. And put the tails up there, kind of like that. Obviously, I'll cut the tail so you don't hide the sign. What do we think? Thank you, Deborah. I'm sorry, I don't think I said hi to you earlier when you popped in. I'm thinking maybe the big bow on the bottom today. And this one sort of catty wonka, whatever, you know, crooked. Bottom? Oh, thank you, Rebecca. If you want to see the replay, it's on Unique in the Creek YouTube page. Okay, my friend? Thanks for joining. Have a good day. You like the sign on top? Bottom. Bottom bow, you mean? Bottom bow, sign on top. Yeah, so bottom bow. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to do bottom bow today. Ooh, stuck. Okay, so we're going to put this sign on here. Okay, this is like... Oh, hi, Audrey. This is the hardest part. putting on the sign. Okay, this is the top. I want it to go kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that. So I want this one to say here. Okay. So let's see if I can figure this out. Again, I apologize. I will probably have to fiddle with this sign a bit because it is excruciatingly painful to do. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I need it one higher. As soon as I figure out where I'm putting it, I will show you where it is shortly. Once I get it in here. Okay. Sorry. This is where we talk amongst ourselves. Okay, I'm just going to gently tighten that pipe cleaner in the back before I do it up, okay? Because I need to make this other side on. And if you do your pipe cleaners up too tight, you won't be able to get this one on. Now, let me think here. Okay, that one has to go there, I think. And again, I will show you where it is once I get it on here. Make sure it's... I don't want it too crooked, right? You don't want it so crooked you have to like turn your head to read it. I mean, not that you would have to, but you know what I mean. You don't want it off kilter too. Oopsie, I just pulled that out. You don't want it off kilter too much, right? At least for me. I don't put them too off kilter typically, but you know, whatever you like. It's your wreath. These are only suggestions, okay, my friends? Only suggestions. Now, all the designers on Team Unique will be doing this kit, I think, at least on their own pages or the Unique and the Creek page. I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure they're all going to design their way of doing this kit. Again, Lori has already done that. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you, Beck. I won't. Lori has already done her version of this kit. So if you don't like the way I've done it, there's another option for you to go and look to see her version. And you should go watch her version anyway, because the more you watch, if you are new to wreathing, the more you watch, and the more you learn different tips and tricks, right? We all try to give you tips and tricks. Now, you don't want the sign to go, you know, pushing too hard, but you do want it sturdy, you know, so it doesn't drop down. Okay, now let me see if that'll look good. Okay, so there's the sign. Again, that's the top of the board, so it would hang like that. So it's just a little off center, right? Now, where's that bow? Oh, yes, I threw it in here. Now, with the bow, I should have thought about it. Well, I didn't. Is where I put that greenery. Now, if you look at this greenery here, it's probably going to be hidden. I may cut that out and then just put it through the bow. Let's just see what happens here, though, okay? It may just give the bow something to sit on, so it might work out okay anyway. Okay, here we go. It's bow time, my friends. It's bow time. Let's see if I can get it on the wreath board. Is this the hardest part for any of you? Because I'm telling you, it's the hardest part for me is to get the bow and sign on. If I could do that a little bit quicker, my lives would be shorter. And if I stop talking so much, right? Okay. Let me see if I like it there. So, oh no, the greens might work actually because they're going to peek out from the bottom. Okay, so again, the same thing with your bow. You don't want it squishy-wishy, okay? You don't want it squished, but you do want it secure. All right, you do want it secure. So let's see here. And again, I will show you where I put everything once everything is done. Thank you, Charlotte. Oh, did Carrie Marie do this, Kit? Oh, I must have missed it. Thank you, Ruthie. I'm going to have to go back and watch it because I don't recall Carrie doing hers yet. Oh, okay. So then it's Jackie and Marianne then. I guess have to still do it. Dang, when did Carrie do it? I'm usually pretty good at watching everyone's lives, but oh, thank you, Lynn. Okay. Okay, friends, here we go. Here we go. Now, obviously, these ties will have to get cut. These tails will have to get cut. Let's just bring them all down here so they don't get stuck underneath everything. Now, don't forget to always fluff your loops. Don't keep them flat like this, okay, my friends? You put your hands in there and you get your hands in there. Go to the bottom of that loop and make sure you pull that out, okay? I mean, we did that already when we finished making it, but you want to make sure all that's in there nice. Okay, this one here is cut way too long. Okay, I might just roll this up and see what that looks like. Now, I typically don't roll my wreaths or my tails. Oh, she did it on her own page. Okay, thanks, Ruthie. I hope I didn't end up doing the same thing. It's hard, you know, to come up with new things sometimes, new ways. Did she do it like this, Ruthie? Hopefully not. It's always, those scissors are getting dull. But I've got another pair right here. There we go. These are really good scissors. They're in the uniqueinthecreek.com. Very good scissors. I like them. And they're very sharp. Okay, let's see what we have here. Where's that other long tail? Did I lose it? No, maybe not. Okay, let's spin this around. Is Lori here? Hi, Lori, if you're here. I didn't see you pop in. You do, Aylin? Like seeing the way different kits being done? Tina Kelly says Carrie posted a link on her page for her Journey needles. Perfect. Carrie did it 5 days ago on her page. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Brenda. I am going to go watch that as soon as I'm done here. Mine's different. Okay, perfect. It's nice to see different ways, right? Okay, so I'm just going to cut these tails. Obviously, you don't want it to impinge on your sign, but I don't mind if it's like touching this, you know, like on the sign a little bit. For me, I don't mind that. Again, you want your loops nice and poofy. Nice and poofy. Okay, make sure you don't forget any tails. Cut. Make sure your loops are nice. Let's see here. I might cut this one a little shorter. Thank you, Ruthie. Yeah, Lori did this kit, I think it was last week. Thank you, Diana. Now let's see what it looks like. I think we're going to have to adjust a few things, like some greens. You're going to have to pull some out. Okay, again, don't do flat greenery. Don't do flat greenery, my friends. You spend a lot of money on your kits and your greenery picks and everything else that you purchase to make a beautiful wreath. So make sure you use it to your advantage. Now, I'm not sure if I would do this loop in the center again with this ribbon because it's getting hidden. But I'm not going to take it out. Okay, I'm not going to take it out. But just note to self, maybe this ribbon isn't the best to do that little loop in the center because I find it's getting lost. Because listen, my wreath's big. Okay, we all know Judy's wreaths are huge. But that's the way I like them. I like them fluffy. It doesn't matter if you can't see that loop. You know, it's there. It does fill up some space, which is good. Now you want these tails to come out. Everything sticks to deco mesh, which is the other problem. But that's okay. We're going to make it work. Okay. Cut your frays. If you see any, just cut them as you go. No worries at all. I do like the 5/8, the way it's like curls, you know, curls up, curls nicely. Okay, my friends, let's hang it up on the wall here. See what it looks like. It's kind of hard to tell until you put it up, okay? That'll be the real deciding factor of whether or not we have to adjust anything. Okay, so just give me a second here. I'm going to hang it on the door. I'm going to take a peek at it. I think it might be a little off center, or off a little bit. So hang on. Up you go. Let me see what we got here. Oh, no, looks pretty good. Okay, so the only thing I think from just by looking at it quickly, I'm not going to keep you forever, but I'm going to make sure that these things are kind of hanging forward a little bit or hanging over, you know, so they're not. Make sure your mesh is even-ish, okay? Sorry, I know my back's to you. I apologize. Like you kind of want it. Yeah, like this one is kind of hidden, but that's okay. It helps the bow stand up. I'm not going to take it out. That's more, you know, more work that you don't have to do. What do you think of that? Totally beautiful. Deborah. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Brenda, Teresa. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, you know, you just fiddle with it the way you like it, okay? If you want greens differently, you can do that. If you have other things you want to add, like, listen, my friends, if you wanted to add, I did bring a few things out. If you wanted to add things, okay? This is the kit. This is the way the kit will look. Well, this is one design that the kit will look like. Is this? See what I mean, though? I like these florals sort of hanging down, okay? I like it hanging down a little bit, framing that sign a little bit. Okay, but because they're wired, you can do that. You can make this, you know, spread out more. Do you see what I did there? I just kind of, did you see what I did? Yes, thank you, Tina Kelly. This is available at uniqueinthecreek.com. Kit Craze Part 2 is coming on Saturday. My friends, your cart is going to be full, okay? There is so many beautiful things coming up. Spring kits, spring supplies, accessories, ribbons, mesh, whatever. You can go to uniqueinthecreek.com, get all your boards. Please consider using code Judy at checkout. It helps me tremendously. It is my affiliate link, and I really appreciate when you use that. It helps me out so I can keep buying supplies so I can do more wreaths for you folks. Thank you, Audrey. Okay, so these things, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them like that. I haven't decided. Again, I don't usually curl ribbons, to be honest. But this is, I mean, this is pretty ribbon, and it does hold the curl pretty nice, right? It does hold the curl pretty nice. Anyway, what I was saying is, thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Katrina. You can add florals to it, okay? So if you wanted to add a pop of color, I'll just show you what I would do with different colors, okay? I don't have a problem cutting these apart because I know one day I'm going to use them. So for instance, if you wanted white dahlias or pink dahlias or anything like that, you could put, oh dang, that's pretty. You could put a dahlia in there. Okay, I would probably put 3 of them in there. But see, you could tuck in a few flowers. Okay, that's white. You could do a white dahlia. Or if you wanted a pop of color, these are pink ranunculus. Perfect as is. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. You can add pink ranunculus. Okay, I'd probably add 3 of those. I'd probably put, stay, one there, maybe one here, one over here. Right? Or I have mini yellow roses. You can put those in there too. Ooh, yellow and black. Hello. Yes, please. What do you guys think? Would you add anything to this, or would you just keep it the way it is? These are from Michael's. And again, the florals that I'm adding right now are not included in the kit. The ones that are included in the kit are these white picks. Any colored florals that I'm just adding just to show you what it would look like are not added in the kit. Okay? Not added in the kit. Now, this is just an example, my friends. It probably wouldn't stay in these places, but let's just see. Oh, yeah, the yellow and black looks really pretty. Anyway, that just gives you an idea of what you can or cannot do. So I might fiddle around with it and think maybe I might add flowers. You know me, I love flowers. No flowers to Katrina. She's like, no, don't add flowers. No flowers. But it is great as is. Yeah, it is great as is. So this is kit number 209. I believe still available at uniqueinthecreek.com. It was as of today, March 13th, 2025. So if you're watching this in the future, chances are it's probably sold out. But I did list the supplies in the description box with the SKUs. So you could order them separately, make your own kit, or you can just get this as an idea, and you could do different colors and different signs and things, okay? Lori has these picks in many colors, like, I don't even know how many colors, a lot. You like the pink, Beck? Katrina says no flowers. Bruce says it's so pretty. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Did I miss comments? I hope not. If I missed your comment, I am so sorry. Oh, sorry, my finger was in the way there. And remember, again, Kit Craze Part 2 on Saturday at uniqueinthecreek.com. I have to remember to stand over here because I'm not in the way of the camera when I use my finger. Okay, gorgeous. Thank you very much, everyone. It is a beautiful kit. I will pull it down again. Oh, I forgot to show you where I put the, okay. I have to clean up the back. Okay, this is the top of the board. Can you see that? And then I went 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, oh, I did 3. Oh, I did 3. Oh, they're actually on even. Oh, it's not even cattywampus, but it kind of looks like it. But anyway, and then the bow, I put straight down from the top in the inside 2 holes. Oops, sorry, inside 2 holes. Okay, and that's what it looks like in the back. I have to clean this up, but wasn't that funny? I thought the sign was crooked. Well, maybe not. Okay, anyway, that is what my version of kit number 209 looks like. That's my bow. That's the way it looks like on the side, all the way around. Okay, fluffy waffy. Right? And again, you can add anything to this if you want. If you wanted more or if you wanted less, you could just use one pick, etc. You could make the bow smaller if you wanted. You can or cannot add anything to it. So that is it. I appreciate your time, my friends. Does anyone have any questions? Any questions or anything before I go? You're welcome, Deborah. Thank you so much for joining me. You as well. Have a great weekend. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm on next Thursday as well on Unique in the Creek. And don't forget, if you want to watch replays of any kit or any wreath that any of the designers do, hop on over to the Unique in the Creek YouTube channel. All the tutorials are there all the time for free. You can watch hundreds and hundreds of videos to help you wreath and craft and spark your creativity. And if you have any questions, if you don't have any questions, I will pop on off it here. I appreciate your time and your watching today. And of course, if you shop at uniqueinthecreek.com, please consider using code Judy at checkout. It's my affiliate code. It helps me tremendously. Okay, my friends, thank you very much. And I will see you next Thursday here on Unique in the Creek. Same place, same time, okay? Thank you and happy crafting.